We are now coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when I began calling for a parabolic trend on this channel. 11 months ago, we began discussing the potential of a parabolic trend because you know what? Bitcoin does this every cycle. It always finds a parabolic trend at some point. And now a lot of people are looking at the Bitcoin trend and the textbook diagram. Everyone has an opinion on where we are in this trend, but there is one very easy, distinct way to know where we are, which base we are currently at. And that is wherever the price meets the trend line. I think that this is clear as day. We are currently coming up on the steeper portion of the parabolic trend, which is where base 3 is in the diagram. When it gets really steep, well, here we are now, guys. It's getting pretty steep. What's going to happen next? How high are we going to go? And the textbook suggests that after base 3, you get a double in price. 45,000 times 2 is the target of the parabola. $90,000 would be the target according to the textbook, which is interesting because I have a price target that I came up with recently. I posted this in my Patreon. What I did was I went to ChatGPT, used AI to calculate the reducing ratio to come up with the next number in the sequence for both the highs and the lows. 60,000 divided by 6, 10,000 divided by 5, 2,000 divided by 4, and that gives us 500%. Divide by 6, divide by 5, divide by 4, that actually lands us at 95,000. So that is certainly very intriguing that the textbook lines up with the calculation that I got from AI. So we have those two data points that are lining up to 90 to 95,000. Now, something I want to mention is that this whole thing with these calculations, whether it's the 5.3 theory or it's this AI reducing value ratio calculation, whatever it is, it's kind of a weak analysis in a way. I would take it with a grain of salt because it has a lot more to do with the world in reality than a specific number. Because when you look at the things that really matter, it's the Fed balance sheet and the global liquidity. This is the global liquidity index. And you can see that even though the Fed's balance sheet was flat in 2016, 2017, the global liquidity index was on a major move up, Bitcoin following. Bitcoin tops out right around the time of the global liquidity index, goes sideways with it, and then goes up with it, and goes down with it. And it kind of just follows the global liquidity. You know, Bitcoin being already very close to its all-time high. If we start to see the money coming back, the money printer turning on, the Fed balance sheet ticking up, the global liquidity ticking up, it means that the price of Bitcoin may actually end up going a little bit higher or a lot higher than the crowd currently expects. And when I say that, what I mean is the people that keep saying that Bitcoin's not going to go above 100 or because in these past cycles, Bitcoin is trending up alongside the global liquidity. Now we're trending up against the liquidity cycle. So if the liquidity cycle turns around in our favor, that's sort of like a double whammy. Bitcoin's diverging away from the global liquidity in a positive manner. We have the ETF approval, the halvings coming up. There's a lot of really good things here for Bitcoin and crypto. So I'm keeping my mind open to the idea that the unexpected is always likely in this market. The estimated peak value I have is 142,500, but I won't be waiting for a specific price to take profit because again, I created the halving cycle profit indicator to ensure that I'll be taking profits no matter what. And the way that I'm doing that is by placing both price targets and time targets so that if certain prices are reached, you're taking a portion of your profits. And if certain time periods are reached, you're taking a portion of profits. So that way you're gonna take profit. Don't just rely on one thing, one indicator, one number, one price. I would say have multiple plans for profit taking so that you're gonna take profit no matter what happens. Going back to the beginning point of this video, Bitcoin is now heading up for base 4 and the textbook suggests a target of 90,000. We'll see if that ends up being the peak price of the cycle, or maybe the global liquidity cycle will start to pick back up and send us a lot higher than people expect. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, hit the like button. And if you guys want to see the other price targets I have set for Ethereum and all the other top altcoins and low caps, join the Patreon. As the cycle progresses, more people join. We like to limit the amount of people that come in the Discord. So if you do join, be sure to get in the Discord community because that's where we're all hanging out. And I will see you all in the next video.